Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I got a wild one for you. So the other day, me and my homie were sitting there talking, reminiscing about the old days, and we were talking about a time that me and him almost got robbed when we were in the city. And he was like, "Oh, you haven't told that on your YouTube channel. You should definitely tell that story." And I was like, "You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna tell it." So, that's basically this one, guys. So strap in, and I'll see you in it. Peace, gang. So nothing really special was happening that day for us to go to the city. It was just spring break, and we were like, you know what? We're 18. It was our first year being 18, right? So we were like, fuck it, let's go to the city, right? It's gonna be fun. We're 18. We can go into all the bars. It's gonna be a wild time, So that's what we decided to do. And to be honest, it wasn't bad. Like, it was a fun week. It was just this one occurrence that happened that had us a little bit shook for the rest of the time we were there. So this night, to paint the picture, me, my buddy, and then two of my buddy's friends from the city. I'm not gonna name names. I'm just gonna name it Buddy, my best friend, and then I'm gonna name Buddy 1, Buddy 2. Okay, that's just the names for these ones because I'm lazy. So this is how it's gonna be, guys. Okay, but anyways, to paint the picture, we were there. We were pretty fucked up, like we had been drinking, and we were deciding to take the train home because the train was free, and we didn't really want to have to pay for a taxi. So we took the train, and we had to take like 3 trains. Like, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, right? So, it was like 2-3 trains. First train ride, wasn't anything weird, other than when we went down to the train station, there was, like, I don't know if it was blood or if it was, like, some people playing a prank or if it was, like, paint, but it looked like someone had smacked someone's head off the ground a few dozen times, and on top of that, there was some passed out homeless man with a bicycle on the top part before he'd walk down to the underground part. So the first train station didn't look promising, and us being drunk, it was not a good time. It was not a good time. Okay, we were also on some other substances, but I'm not gonna name that because don't really want to go to jail, guys. But anyways, we were at the bars for a few hours. We got on that one train that I talked about, and it wasn't the greatest. We get onto the second train. Nothing surprisingly happened on the second train. Like, there was like no one. To give it the benefit of the doubt, we were also middle of the city, but there wasn't like any crackheads or anything. So I was genuinely got my hopes up, right? Until we finally got to the third train station, right? And I just want to say, from the train station, the second train that we hopped onto, that one to the third station was like an hour. And the whole time, me and my buddy just scrolled through our phones and kind of looked at memes, right? And just chit-chatted about the bar. And then my buddy's other 2 friends just kind of did the same thing sitting across from us. The only thing about the second train ride that was memorable in a way that wasn't great was that there was this old lady on the train. And I don't know what was wrong with her, but she looked like she was tweaked out, okay? She looked creepy as fuck. I was low-key creeped out just being near her, right? But I bit the bullet and I did it. So I hopped on the train, had to sit there. I had to sit in the seat staring at her, but I just dealt with it, kind of just put it aside. But the whole time though, anytime I make eye contact with her, she'd make eye contact with me. And I couldn't tell if she was staring at me or if she could tell I was looking at her and then she'd look up at me. But every time our eyes would meet, it would scare the shit out of me. I was low-key scared that she was gonna like jump up and fucking tackle my ass on that train and stab me or something. So I wasn't really wanting to take the chance with her. I wasn't really wanting to take the battle, so I bit my tongue, didn't say nothing. But at the third train station, we saw a group of people, and they definitely looked like they were either crackheads or they were drunk people, right? But either or, they did not look the cleanest, and they did not look the friendliest. So, me being from a small town, I definitely took more caution than all my friends, right? Because they live in the city. They're used to this, right? Me and my one friend, like, we're not. So the other 2 don't really think anything about it. But me and my one homie from the small town, we're like, oh, goddamn, this looks sketch, right? So we walk out, and like immediately one of these guys walk up to us, right? And he looks like he's the most dirtiest dude I've ever met. This man probably hasn't taken a shower in a month. And I could smell the booze coming off of him. He asked my friend for, like, I can't remember what amount of money, but he asked him for some money. And my friend being nice and always having, like, change on him, he throws him the change, right? And we proceed to walk away. And all four of us didn't really think anything of it. We were like, okay, whatever, he just wanted some change. Dude probably on some hard times, whatever. Probably wanted to get some fucking coffee or get some booze or, whatever he's going to spend it on. God knows what. But then, as we're halfway up the stairs, someone comes to the far, is at the bottom of the stairs, and they yell up, hey, what about me? Can I get some money? And which causes all four of us to turn around and look down, right? And my buddy's like, oh, sorry, I gave everything I had to the one guy. And this causes this lady to, like, come up the steps, right? And she's just at the landing below us, right? Like maybe 4 or 5 steps. And she goes, sure, you have money for him, but you don't have money for the rest of us. And at this point, we're all confused. Like, if you want the money that bad, go get the money off of him, okay? We've given the money that we have to the one homeless guy. We don't have anything else. If you want that money, you know what? You go fight him for that money. We don't give a damn, okay? At the end of the day, we don't care what happens to that money after we gave it to him. But we tried to explain to her, like, we don't have any more money to give you. And this lady just won't budge. She wants cash, and she wants it now. So me and my homie, like, tell her, like, we only have cards, so we don't really know what you want us to do in this situation. And she literally looks at me dead in the face and goes, there's an ATM at the top, and when you go to the right. Excuse me? Like, what? Like, ma'am, what? You're expecting me to go to an ATM and come back and give you money? Like, no, that's not how it works. You're a beggar, okay? I don't gotta give you shit. I can give you, like, the gum off the bottom of my shoe if I wanted, and that's about it, okay? Like, here's my thing. I feel bad for the homeless. I don't feel bad for crackheads. I really don't. But this lady was relentless, right? We continued to walk away after I told her, like, no, I'm not going to the ATM, and we walked up the thing. She proceeded to follow us, yelling at us, and then something happened where my buddy turned around and said, hey, we don't have the cash, and no offense, even if I did have cash, I wouldn't want to give it to you after this. And it caused this lady to have a shit show. She starts, like, screaming, like, you're lying, you have cash, yada, 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 screaming and yelling, right? And she proceedingly looks at my friend and goes, stay here, I'm going to come back with the big guys. And me and my friend look at each other, and this girl starts heading back down the steps, right? And me and my friend look at her, and we look at our other two buddies, and our other two buddies are like, let's go. And we all just started legging it. I swear, you've never seen 4 drunk people run up the stairs so sober in your life. It was crazy. All right? But now we've gone to the top of the stairs, and I remember I turn around and look back down, all 4 of us, we turn back, look back down, and we see this lady, and she has the guy that we already gave money to, and then some other guy behind her, and all 3 of them are legging it up the stairs. So we all just start legging it, right? Like, we're booking it. I remember we're running down the street, and I see this mall security, right? 'Cause we were right outside the mall. And I run up to him, and I'm like, hey, this lady, like, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to jump us because we don't want to give them money. And this mall cop goes, damn it, not again. And I'm thinking, not again? You're saying this is, like, crackheads threatening to jump people for money is a normal thing on this train station? So he goes on the radio and calls that there's a bunch of crackheads. And, the guy who tells us, like, oh yeah, you guys are good. Like, you go this way and I'll make sure that they don't pass me. And we were like, okay, bet. And we ended up booking it. And we ended up paying the money to get a bus pass. And we ended up taking the bus. Because we were like, you know what? There's no way crackheads are paying for a bus pass. So if I learned anything that night, it should be that, don't take public transport late at night when you're drunk. Because some crackheads might try to take advantage of you guys. So, just don't do it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. And peace, gang.